It's just kind of who I am. I want to pour into my team as much as possible, and I'm pretty in tune with my body. I can read a room pretty well, and so when I see we're lacking a little bit, you got to step up. But if we're good, you're just there to encourage and give people confidence.
When Sophie Cunningham joined the Indiana Fever, everyone thought they knew the reason. Protect Caitlin Clark. Be the enforcer. Keep the rookies safe. But what Cunningham just revealed changes everything we thought we knew about their partnership. This wasn't a random trade. This was 6 years in the making. And the truth about why Cunningham fought to be Clark's bodyguard goes deeper than anyone imagined. February 2025. The Fever made a move that sent shock waves through the league. They traded for Sophie Cunningham from the Phoenix Mercury. And the message couldn't have been clearer. Clark needed a bodyguard, and Cunningham was about to become the most talked about enforcer in women's basketball. The move made perfect sense on paper. Clark's rookie season had been brutal. Kennedy Carter's shoulder check that sent her flying to the floor. Breanna Stewart's blind screen that flattened her during a crucial possession. Ari McDonald's dangerous closeout on a three-pointer that left Clark sprawled on the hardwood. Diamond DeShields running her over on a fast break like she wasn't even there. The hits kept coming and the refs kept looking the other way. Clark was fouled 46 times in just her first month, third most in the entire league. Coach Christy Sides was sending video clips to the WNBA offices weekly, begging them to do something about it. Nothing changed. The league needed someone who wouldn't just complain about the treatment. They needed someone who would do something about it. Enter Sophie Cunningham. But here's what nobody realized at the time. This wasn't just a strategic acquisition. Cunningham had been plotting this moment for over a year. She didn't just accept the role, she fought for it. And when you look at her background, you understand why the Fever wanted her so badly. Black belt in Taekwondo at 6 years old. Her parents were her instructors, and they gave it to her as a joke, but she wore it with pride. Football kicker in high school who went 2 for 4 on field goal attempts when the team's starter tore his ACL. Kindergarten parents complained she was too aggressive and too rough on the soccer field. This woman wasn't built for basketball. She was built for war. 6 years in Phoenix, grinding her way from a second-round draft pick to a reliable starter averaging double digits. She knew what it took to survive in this league. And now she was bringing all that experience to protect the most scrutinized player in WNBA history. But Cunningham's journey to that moment tells you everything about her mentality. At Missouri, she became the program's all-time leading scorer. 129 career starts, averaging 17 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. She led the Tigers to 4 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances. During her senior season, she was the only player in the nation to average 17 points while grabbing 200 rebounds, hitting 80 three-pointers, and making 150 free throws. She was a 3-time All-Team selection, AP All-America honorable mention twice, the hometown hero who dominated the conference. But even with all that success, she dealt with the narrative that she was dirty, petty, aggressive. Fans booed her at South Carolina. People questioned her fire. She never changed. She kept being herself, and it led her to the WNBA. Drafted 13th overall in 2019 as Phoenix's first pick in the second round, Cunningham had to scratch and claw for every minute of playing time. She wasn't handed a starting role. She earned it through years of proving herself. Her rookie season, she almost didn't make it. The Mercury drafted 3 rookies that year, and injuries to veterans suddenly thrust Cunningham into a role she wasn't sure she was ready for. Coach Sandy Brondello praised her for giving 100% every possession, running the lanes, blocking out, moving her feet on defense. But her shot wasn't falling until one night against the Fever when Cunningham went off. She couldn't miss. The coach said she was dying out there from playing so hard to ask for a sub. That's who Cunningham is. She doesn't know how to coast. Her breakout year came in 2022 when she averaged 12.6 points and 4.4 rebounds while starting 20 of 28 games. She set her career high with 36 points against Minnesota, going off for 7 three-pointers and 5 steals in the same game. Natasha Cloud praised her after one clutch performance, saying, "What Sophie does won't always show up on the box score. She comes down and plays hard every possession on both ends of the floor." That's who Cunningham is. Not a star, but absolutely essential to winning basketball. Phoenix needed her for the dirty work, the hustle plays, the timely threes, the energy that lifts everyone else. She became the X factor, the sixth starter, the player who did everything that doesn't make highlights but wins games, and her clutch gene unmatched. In the 2021 playoffs, Cunningham scored 12 points in the third quarter alone to spark a comeback against the New York Liberty, finishing with a career-high 21 points on 6 three-pointers. She hit a dagger three with just over a minute left to restore Phoenix's lead in an 8,382 win. In 2024, with Kaya Copper scoring 38 points, it was Cunningham who hit the clutch threes down the stretch to seal an 88-85 victory over Atlanta. Coach Nate Tibbetts called her the sixth starter. Someone so valuable, she could change games without touching the ball for stretches. When her number was called, she delivered every single time. Fast forward to June 17, 2025. Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever. The game that made Cunningham a household name overnight. JCS Sheldon poked Clark in the eye during a heated exchange, and something inside Cunningham snapped. What followed was the most viral moment of the WNBA season. Cunningham went full enforcer mode, stepping between players, getting in their faces, jawing at the Suns bench, and making it absolutely clear that nobody was touching her star without consequences. The benches emptied, tensions exploded, and the internet went absolutely crazy. Her TikTok followers jumped from 300,000 to 1.4 million in just a matter of days. Her jerseys sold out across the country within hours. Sports networks replayed the clip endlessly. People weren't just watching Clark anymore. They were watching her protector. The enforcer role had officially gone mainstream. Cunningham became the story everyone wanted to talk about. But protecting Clark on the court was just the beginning. What Cunningham did next had the entire league picking sides. She went after the commissioner herself. Kathy Angelbert, the face of the WNBA, allegedly told players during meetings that Caitlin Clark should be grateful for the platform the league gave her. As if Clark owed the WNBA something for allowing her to play. Cunningham wasn't having it. She took to Instagram and called Angelbert the most delusional leader in professional sports. She didn't hold back. People only know Kathy because of C. She wrote, "The shots were direct, personal, and calculated." Cunningham backed it up with numbers that nobody could argue with. Clark appeared in 21 of the 24 games that broke 1 million viewers during her rookie season. The WNBA signed a $2 billion media deal largely because of the Clark effect, bringing unprecedented attention to the league. Ticket sales skyrocketed. Merchandise flew off shelves. And here was the commissioner acting like Clark owed them. Cunningham made sure everyone knew how backwards that sounded. She didn't care about the consequences. She said what needed to be said. Think about what Clark actually did for the league. She broke Pete Maravich's all-time Division I scoring record, 3,951 points. She became the first player to record a 40-point triple-double in NCAA tournament history, men's or women's. First player to drop consecutive 40-point games in the women's tournament. First division, the one player to top 3,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 800 rebounds. She led Iowa to back-to-back national championship games. The 2024 title game drew 18.9 million viewers, the most-watched women's college basketball game ever. Her jersey became the top-selling college athlete merchandise on Fanatics, surpassing even Shatter Sanders. State Farm made her the first college athlete spokesperson in their history. Her NAL valuation hit $3.4 to $4 million, highest among women's college basketball players. Iowa's women's basketball program sold out their entire ticket slate and generated $3.26 million in revenue, the most in history. She didn't just play basketball, she changed the sport forever. And then she came to the WNBA and kept dominating. First rookie to record a triple-double. Broke the rookie scoring record, set single-game and single-season assist records, won Rookie of the Year, made the All-WNBA first team, but the league acted like she should thank them. Cunningham saw through it immediately. That's why she went to war with the commissioner. That's why she spoke up when nobody else would. The criticism of officiating became Cunningham's signature move. Throughout Clark's rookie season, she was the loudest voice calling out the refs on social media and in interviews. She went public multiple times about how officials weren't protecting Clark from unnecessarily physical play. The controversial no-calls piled up week after week. Hard fouls went unchecked. Dangerous plays were waved off as common contact, and Cunningham kept speaking up even when it put her own reputation on the line. She racked up technical fouls for arguing with refs. She didn't care. Former NBA enforcer Joakim Noah had predicted months earlier that the Fever desperately needed someone exactly like Cunningham. Someone who wouldn't just play alongside Clark, but would actively shield her from the chaos that surrounded her every game. Cunningham embraced that role fully. Consequences be dimmed. She became the voice that Clark couldn't be. The veteran who could say what the rookie had to bite her tongue about. But their relationship wasn't all fights and controversy. Clark and Cunningham developed a genuine friendship that showed up in the most unexpected moments. Like when Clark trolled Cunningham on Instagram for spelling Faraz for during a golf outing. Cunningham responded with a laugh and called herself a dumbass. No ego, no defensive posturing, just two friends joking around. They caddied together at the Annika Prom tournament, laughing and trash-talking like they'd been friends for years instead of months. The cameras caught them in unguarded moments, clearly enjoying each other's company beyond the basketball court. The enforcer persona was real, but so was the bond. These weren't just teammates going through the motions for the cameras. They actually liked each other. They hung out. They texted. They built something real. And that made the protection even more authentic. Cunningham wasn't defending Clark because management told her to. She was defending her friend. Cunningham's willingness to challenge authority extended way beyond just protecting Clark. She publicly questioned the WNBA's choice of expansion cities, calling out Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia as questionable picks for the league's growth. Cleveland's social media team clapped back hard, posting a video of Clark herself, praising their city and basically calling Cunningham a hypocrite. But Cunningham didn't back down. She'd already shown she wasn't afraid to go after the commissioner. Why would she fear a social media team? Her boldness became part of her brand, and fans absolutely loved her for it. She said what other players were thinking but were too scared to vocalize. She became the player who didn't care about being liked by the league office. She cared about being honest. And in a league that often felt overly controlled and political, that authenticity resonated with people. Her podcast, Show Me Something, became a must-list for fans who wanted unfiltered takes on what was really happening in the WNBA. Now, here's where the story takes a turn that absolutely nobody saw coming. Before Cunningham ever put on a Fever jersey, before the trade was even a rumor floating around league circles, she was already a massive Caitlin Clark fan. In 2024, while still wearing a Phoenix Mercury uniform, Cunningham went on record saying she'd love to play with Clark one day. For real, she emphasized during an interview, "I'm a huge fan, and I never say that about anyone." This wasn't some carefully crafted PR line that her agent told her to drop after the trade went through. This was genuine admiration from a veteran player watching a college superstar dominate the sport. Cunningham watched Clark's Iowa games. She studied her handles, her court vision, her range. She saw something special. The enforcer role everyone talks about. Cunningham wanted it before anyone even knew it existed. She pursued it. She manifested it. The trade that seemed like pure basketball strategy from Indiana's front office was actually the fulfillment of something Cunningham had been hoping for. She didn't just accept the bodyguard assignment. She literally asked for it. Think about that for a second. A veteran with 6 years in Phoenix who had just signed a contract extension through 2025 because she loved the organization and Matt Ishbia's vision for the team. Someone who called Phoenix her home away from home. And yet, when the opportunity came to play with Clark, she jumped at it. That's not normal. Players don't usually force their way off teams they love to take on bodyguard duty for a rookie. But Cunningham did because this wasn't about the role. It was about the player. She believed in Caitlin Clark before the world caught up, before the $2 billion deal, before the sold-out arenas, before any of it. Cunningham saw the superstar coming and wanted to be part of it. That's the real story that nobody's talking about. Cunningham had been Diana Tur's backup for most of her career in Phoenix. She learned from one of the greatest to ever do it. DT taught her how to stay ready, how to be persistent through the ups and downs, how to deal with the mental games that come with fighting for minutes. Cunningham finally worked her way into the starting lineup 2 or 3 years into her career, and she never took it for granted. She knew what it was like to sit and wait, to wonder if your number would ever be called. And when she got her shot, she made the most of it. That's why she understood what Clark was going through. The pressure, the scrutiny, the physical play. Cunningham had dealt with narratives her whole career. People called her dirty, aggressive, petty. She kept being herself anyway. And when she saw Clark dealing with similar treatment, she knew exactly what to do. Stand up, fight back, protect at all costs. Her time in Phoenix tells you everything you need to know about her journey. The 6th season in the Valley made her the longest tenure player on the team outside of Diana Taurasi and Brittany Geyer. She'd seen Mercury at their best and their worst. She'd been through drama, roster changes, coaching changes, ownership changes. Through it all, she stayed ready. She kept working. She became the player every contender wanted. The versatile guard who could fill multiple roles. The sharpshooter who hit timely shots. The hustler who did all the dirty work. A skill set that any championship team would crave. And when the Fever came calling with an opportunity to play alongside someone she genuinely admired, she didn't hesitate. Now here's the twist that has everyone on edge. Both Cunningham and Clark suffered season-ending injuries in 2025. The partnership that looked unstoppable hit a brutal roadblock. Cunningham tore her MCL in her right knee during a game against Connecticut when Bria Hartley stumbled and fell into her leg. She announced it on her podcast, devastated that her first season with Clark was ending early. She'd waited years for this opportunity, and it was over in an instant. Clark went down later in the season with her own injury. Two players who were supposed to change the landscape of the WNBA together, both sidelined and watching from the bench. The what-ifs started piling up immediately. What if they'd stayed healthy? How far could they have gone? What kind of damage could they have done in the playoffs? But the real uncertainty isn't about health or recovery timelines. It's about the future. Cunningham is a free agent. She's not guaranteed to return to Indiana. In her own words,